Welcome back to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. This video is going to take you for a walk out on the beach and check out the seaweed situation. All I gotta say is, one day there's no seaweed, the next day there's a ton of it. It's so unpredictable. Let's see what's going on today. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. We have a map here. I'm going to circle this section right here at the end of Avenue Constituente. This is where I usually do my walk in the morning. Well, I had just done a couple days ago a walk right up here around 38th and it was beautiful. I don't know if you saw that video, but the beach was beautiful. Today I've come down to this part right here near Parque Los Fundadores and the Ferry Dock. Let's get out there and see what it looks like. Okay, beautiful morning here in Playa del Carmen. It is windier than normal. Look at those palm trees. They are really swaying. You can tell from the statue right there, we are in Playa del Carmen. This is Parque Los Fundadores. Famous statue. This is Playa del Carmen Beach. Just past the statue to the right, you can see the ferry dock. Those ferries go over to Cozumel. Cozumel is a famous island. I think it's a 40-minute to an hour to get over there. These ferries leave on the hour, every hour, if you're thinking of heading over there. The famous Playa del Carmen sign is just to the right, about 200 meters. Now, if there's any big events in Playa del Carmen, this is where they take place here in Parque Los Fundadores. The ADO bus station is just back to my left. The taxis just back to the left. Fifth Avenue, which is famous, is just back to my left there. So here we come. We're coming out to the beach. Now, in my intro, I don't know if you've been watching my channel. It's been I think it's 9 weeks now I've been doing this. And what's 9 times 7? 50. We're looking at 2 months I've been doing this. Coming out here. It was only once a week on Saturdays, but now I'm doing it more. No volleyball today. Look at no volleyball court there because it is just too windy. The locals have said that the weather has never been like this. It's never been this cool, and rarely does it get this windy. Is that climate change? I don't know what's going on, but it's been good to talk to the locals and just know that this is not normal. So you look at that sand coming at us. It's the wind is blowing all the sand up. You can see a lot of tire tracks there of some big machinery. Usually not a good sign. And there's the ferry docks, and there's where you catch the ferry. You can see the sloping down kind of ramp. That's where you catch the ferry. There's a plane that just took off. I think there must be an airport right there because it is very, very low. Not a good sign. So the time, sunrise today was at 7:21. I walked about 15-20 minutes to get here, so I'm gonna say this is probably 7:40. And I'm looking at the water, and the water looks pretty good. Going down, that is like fresh seaweed, sargassum. And as a result, it doesn't smell. So that's why I'm a little bit intrigued, because the wind is coming off the water. And usually if you're 3 blocks away and there's a lot of seaweed, you can smell the seaweed 2 or 3 blocks away. But I can't smell it today, which is a kind of a different sign though. There is that famous statue. Yeah, and I can't smell it, which is interesting to me, that I see seaweed, but I don't smell it. So I guess it could mean one of two things. One, it's come in and people are cleaning it up, and look at that, there's the rake marks. I know people have been out here raking. I thought I got here early. You know, sun rose 20 minutes ago. And they've already been down to this end of the beach, and they're way up there. So they must be out here at 6:30 in the morning. And I know that they've been out here because I can see all the raking marks and I can see all the tractor marks there. So you know they've already been working on this side of the beach. So like, I really don't know. Have they cleaned up a bunch of seaweed and put it in these tractors, and is it up ahead here? Or is it just, they just came and they were just raking and there was minimal and there wasn't much here? Don't know. I won't know until I get down the beach here a little bit. But unlike Avenue Constituente, they have a little depot there where they have all their forks and their rakes, and they all set up there, and they've got a little palapa that they're underneath, and they hang out there with their coolers. I don't see anything set up like that. You got a bunch of people out there swimming, and I think I told the story the other day that the wind has been really bad lately, and it's been so cool. Locals have said they've never felt it this cool. And that is fresh, new seaweed. That's not old, it's not toxic, it's not really breaking down at all. The weather here has been very cold, very windy, and some people I've talked to said, well, that's why the seaweed's not here, because the colder north wind does not bring it in. It's the south warmer wind. And also the power has gone out around the city. I don't know how many, 4 days ago, because of the winds, all the generators just shut down. So we were walking around aimlessly one night. There's no power. We couldn't be in our place. Like it was just so hot. No AC, no air conditioning. There's a lot of tire tracks here. A lot of tire tracks, and there up ahead is a tractor. So they've been cleaning up. Like I said, it's 7:40. They've been cleaning up that side of the beach. We're coming up, and this will probably give us a true indication of where the seaweed situation's at. Now, if there's next to none, then we know, hey, they were just here cleaning it up. If we see a whack of it, we know then they've been out for a long time, and Playa del Carmen is doing its best to manage the seaweed situation, unlike Tulum and some other places that just let it lay there. These guys are out early. You probably saw a video, maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, where there were about 30 families with their kids and the mothers out here picking up all the garbage. They are truly trying to take care of this place. Hats off to Playa del Carmen and the people here to clean up the garbage and clean all this stuff up. There it is. You can't hide it. So my prediction was February 15th. We're almost there. I have read a number of articles to you saying that the blob of seaweed out in the Atlantic is 5 times the size it was last year, and it's going to be here earlier, and it's going to be a lot bigger. Well, my prediction was February 15th. That's what happened last year. They said it would be here earlier, and that's what freaked me out the other day. If you saw my video where I said surprised when I was up at 38th Street and there was nothing there. It was Shangri-La. It was beautiful. And that's why I like to come to this beach or Avenue Constituente, because I know whatever's going on there is going on all up and down the coast. So they're probably bringing this tractor back down. There probably is a big truck where that other one's going to drop off the seaweed. So I'm between kind of thing. Look at the piles. So here it is. But I can't smell this stuff, and that's kind of weird. That means they are getting to it as soon as it comes ashore. It must have come ashore last night, and they are getting to it early. There's not even a lot of little flies and gnats around it. Like, it is so fresh. You can tell by the color. It's a lighter color. Once it gets darker, you know it's starting to kind of ferment. You can see these lawn chairs right here. Playa del Carmen wants to make sure that they clean this stuff up, so when those people wake up, they have their breakfast, they come out here, they can't smell anything, they don't see any seaweed, and they can use the water, and they enjoy being here, and they're paying thousands of dollars to be here. So look, they've got little clumps of it every 15 feet, and it is fresh, which is a good thing. That means you can't smell it, and it's not wafting into these hotels late at night, because it is a stink. I don't know if you saw my video a few days ago near the Wyndham Ultra. I had a headache for that day and the next day after doing that video. It was brutal. And it was toxic. Like, I had a wicked headache. So here it is. This is the true indication of what's going on right now in Playa del Carmen. You can see the piles. It is here. This is the most I have seen. I predicted February 15th. That tractor is full. There's also another pile beyond it there. There is a truck. There's the truck waiting for it. That guy's going to go and he's going to empty it into that thing, and he's going to go and he's going to come back. They're going to continuously fill that thing up. So this is the truth. Right here, when you ask me what's going on in Playa del Carmen, yes, the seaweed basically is here. It's not as bad as it was in March or April, but it's here now, and they are managing and they're cleaning it up, and it doesn't smell because they're getting to it right when it comes in. You can see the lighter color of it. That's a good indication that they're cleaning it up quickly. They've got a number of workers. There were only like 2 workers down at Avenue Constituente about a month ago. Now you've got probably 30 to 40 around here working on all this stuff. You got tractors and everything. So there it is. That's the truth. That's what's going on right now. I'm just going to say thanks for coming along on the walk. It seems like it's started, but it's also unpredictable from where you are in the city and how cold and how hot it is. I'm going to say thanks for coming along on the walk. Ciao for now, and I will be back with another report ASAP.